My sweethearts. Okay. I was trying to see, I was looking all crazy. I was trying to see. I hope your lights is all the way up, my sweethearts, because I'm on my laptop now. I ain't used this laptop in a minute, so sorry if I was looking all, you see me looking all over the place, but that's what I was doing when I first came in, trying to look to see if everything was working. Everything was looking all right. Everything was looking everything. All right. All right. So, what's up, my sweethearts? What it do? It's your girl Jennifer. I'm the realest, my sweethearts. My sweethearts. Get your lighters all the way up, cause I do. Okay. Get your lighters all the way up with your girl. All right. Now, one of my sweethearts hit me and say, Jennifer, and I seen you jotted in my inbox. I mean, on as y'all like comments and stuff, my sweethearts. So somebody say Jennifer M. Naziyah Harris. Yes, we can do Naziyah Harris case, my sweethearts. And if I'm not mistaken, that little baby is 13 years old, my sweethearts. 13. Okay. So Detroit, Michigan. What it do? What's up, my east side of Detroit, Michigan? What's up? Like this all the way up and come to the front. Where are my Detroit, Michigans at? Bring it up to the front. All right. Wait a minute. Okay. Naziyah. Yep. I don't want to get the little baby wrong. All right, my sweethearts. It's another one. We're going to run this thing like cardio. I hope y'all ready. Get your lights up and let's go. All right, my sweethearts. So, since this is a little case, it's going to be a little bit. It's like the case a little long. So, we're going to run this thing, though. Nothing we ain't done before. Years before Jarvis, but all right. Let me read the title first, my sweethearts, real fast. I like to read everything since I'm not showing it. This investigating post say years before Naziyah Harris murder case. So before this little baby was dead, had been deceased, this is way before she died, okay? So years before Naziyah Harris murder case, CPS warned repeatedly about alleged killer. So what I'm getting out of that title is the person who allegedly murdered this baby been the police, CPSs, or whatever already been warned about that, okay? All right, let's go. All right, so here we go. Detroit. Years before Jarvis Butts would be charged by Wayne County's prosecutor accused of killing and sexually what? Abusing Naziyah Harris. See, my sweethearts, when y'all gave me this name, I straight wanted to do it with y'all. So you better believe all my frustration, all my everything is real. You better believe that. It's not one case that I don't run real. So we're gonna run each one the way it's supposed to run. The real way. Let's go. So sorry if I'm shocked at some stuff. Yeah, I am. Accused of killing and sexually abusing Naziyah Harris. Relatives of the 13-year-old say they filed multiple reports with Children's Protective Service raising concerns about butts. Okay. So, family, relatives of the 13-year-old, y'all filed multiple reports. Okay. So this what? Let me know. Is he got to be family? Relatives. It got to be family or something for them to even like can even know about. You know what I'm saying? Following them reports, my sweethearts, for them even knowing them. But let's keep going. All right, my sweethearts. A7 News Detroit investigation finds that Butts was named in at least 5 CPS complaints since 2015, including one that alleged Butts had inappropriately touched Naziyah Harris in 2022. He must be a man because she's a kid. While multiple complaints allege improper touching or raise concerns about possible molestation, none substantiated sexual abuse. Okay? Kiwana Morton and her cousin, Jarnell, who asked that her last name not to be used, are both relatives of Naziyah. So Kiwana Morton and her cousin Jarnell, they both are related to Naziyah. In February of 2022, Jarnell says she learned of allegations of improper touching involving Butts and other children. She says she was told about the claims while talking to her niece, Butts' girlfriend, and that the alleged victims were Naziyah and two other children. So this Butts person, this asshole is locked up, and that alleged victims were Naziyah and two other children. Yes, my sweethearts, I'm making sure we getting this right. Let's go. She said she took the claim seriously. That's what I would have did. In part because Butts was on the sex offender registry, okay? Having spent more than 8 years in prison for third-degree criminal sexual conduct. So this creep-ass motherfucker was in jail. I was like, oh my God, I was not crazy, Jarnell said. This needs to be looked into, as it should, sweetheart. She held off on alerting authorities, she said, because her niece said she will report the claims to police. Wait a minute, her niece? I know she's not talking about Naziyah Harris. I know she ain't talking about this little 13-year-old. But okay. Because her niece said she would report the claims to police. But weeks later, Jarnell said she alerted Child Protective Services. Her complaint came in on April 13, 2022. Y'all understand this, my sweetheart? Wait a minute, my sweethearts. There was an incident at a birthday party. The complaint reads, one of the children that attended the party accused Jarvis of sexual abuse. Okay, so he's a little abusive motherfucker. Naziyah Ann, name withheld, reported that Jarvis touched both of them inappropriately as well. Jarvis touched, name withheld, in her private area, and it hurt. Excuse me, my sweethearts. Jarnell made the complaint over the phone. They basically told me if they needed me for anything else, they would reach out. She said, adding that she was not contacted by CPS again. This is sad. These are little girls. The next day, Jarnell would receive a text from her niece, Butts' girlfriend, confirming that she'd been contacted by CPS. CPS called me, the text reads. They called about the well-being of my kids. Then they called back to get Jarvis info. A CPS spokeswoman wouldn't tell 7 News Detroit if investigators ever questioned Naziyah Harris about the allegations that she was touched or whether they notified police, citing state and federal law. But it wasn't the only CPS complaint naming Jarvis Butts. See, this boy got so many so many cases and sexual touching these young girls. I don't know why he still was walking. Kiwana Morton says she heard about the same allegations against Butts from a conversation with his girlfriend. 2 months after her cousin called to CPS, she filed her own complaint. I told them that there's a problem and they need to be aware of it. I'm 90% sure that there's sexual abuse going on within the home, Morton said. Did you specifically mention Jarvis by name? X Channel 7, Ross Jones. Yes, absolutely, she replied. So, from what I'm saying, they kept on going down there to the police about this Jarvis Butts person. I'm telling you right now, my sweetheart, it's time to take matters in your own hand. I mean, whoever this boy is, and y'all can continue seeing him. And if you know he around, I'm sorry. It's like a lot of people keep telling on this Jarvis Butts. Jarvis Butts. He touched this girl. He touched that girl. He touched her. So only thing I'm saying is I don't know if he around him. He a neighbor. He a teacher. I don't know. But all I do know from what I'm reading right now with y'all is that I'm sorry, parents, where y'all at? Somebody need to step up, pop something. I mean, what's up? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Law or not. I'm sorry. Law ain't around for this one. And that's just what it is because it's too many kids keep coming up now, birthday parties and things like that. So who is he, a cousin or something? But here we go. So internal CPS records obtained by 7 News Detroit showed that investigators looked into a complaint in June of 2022, conducting a face-to-face interview with Butts, who strongly denied the allegation. A forensic interview was conducted with the alleged victim, and no disclosures were made, records show. CPS said the home was clean and free of observed observed safety concerns. My sweetheart, excuse me. The allegation was denied and assigned a low risk level. It's always the case. So they observed nothing. Nothing. Safety concerns and all of it is okay. I mean, it is crazy. Every time they show all these uh like everybody went to this point right here. They went to this end and this end and this end. Everything was good. And then look what comes out at the end. These babies go down. Something happened to the baby. Something happened to the little sweethearts. You understand me? God. Fucking boy name on every goddamn thing. Jarvis Butts, Jarvis Butts. Everybody naming an asshole Jarvis Butts. But no, see, these people don't see nothing. Light this up, my sweetheart. Hit that light. Let's go. It's one of at least 5 complaints filed with CPS naming Jarvis Butts since 2015, according to records obtained by 7 News Detroit. The complaints allege concerns about possible molestation, physical abuse, or living conditions. Make no sense. Make no sense, my sweetheart. My sweethearts, when they say many of the complaints were generic and sustainated, that Butts was improperly touching children, like they couldn't find out that. That's exactly what they're saying. Just over a year after the last complaint on record, Jarvis Butts would be charged with sexually assaulting and murdering Naziyah Harris. Now he's murdering her. Look at this. He did all that name running through, and now he murderer. This is crazy. I'm brokenhearted because this could all this could have been prevented. Yes. All of it, Morton said. All of it could have been prevented. Yes. This is crazy. Now we gotta go hearts out. Goodness. So let me continue going on and find out now what's up to date of what he had done to this baby. So my sweethearts, real fast, wait a minute. Naziyah Harris, she went missing in Detroit's east side, right? Dozens of searches has been conducted and they never found her, but she has never been found. And she said and they also said her case almost went cold until a year later. In the year when Jarvis Butts was arrested in connection to Naziyah's disappearance, okay? So it go on say piece by piece, police have been trying to understand what happened to Naziyah and how Butts is connected to her murder. And that's what I definitely want to know. Well, who is he? Prosecutors said Butts was supposed to turn himself into authorities on a gun charge on January 9th of 2024, the day Naziyah went missing. But that date was pushed back to February. Harris, which is Naziyah, my sweethearts, allegedly met up with Butts that day, and the two reportedly went to YP Silanti before returning back to Detroit, where Butts checked into a motel. Text records allege that Butts knew Harris was pregnant and that he began searching online about abortions, abortion pills, and drinking red antifreeze. So are you telling me this was another like Kiara Cole's, a young little 13-year-old? He knew she was pregnant, so he was going to take her out. Because you know, if anybody get a whiff of a man or anybody way older than a little 13-year-old, they're going to get it. Where the hell was her parents? How this guy can get to her as just free as he can? Let me keep reading before I Doug Slave slap the fuck from this shit. Authorities believe Butts had been sexually abusing Harris since 2022 before killing her in January. He had access to this young girl in 2022, 2023, and then went on with the plan to take her out in 2024. Prosecutors say he had a history of targeting and befriending women to get close to and sexually abuse their daughters. So it's not the only sexual abuse case Butts is involved with. So if this not, when CVS came along and they kept using his name, they just act like they couldn't find nothing. Everything was observed to be good. He also has been charged for reportedly sexually abusing two other young girls, as well as a conviction for sexual assault in 2005. Prosecutors called Butts a serial child rapist who sexually assaulted an 8-year-old family member and a girlfriend's 4-year-old daughter, who reportedly caught chlamydia from the assault, my sweetheart. And this man was still out here. Are you serious? Are you serious? Let me turn my little heat off. He was charged on September 27th, 2024 as a habitual fourth-time offender. Butts and Harris, which is Naziyah, had reportedly known each other because he was the father of her cousins. He's the father of her cousins. Her uncle, like. The uncle, like. The abuse of Harris allegedly began in 2022 with sexual explicit text and photos being sent to the child. How could you feel comfortable to send a 13-year-old child explicit news, photos, sexual texts, how could y'all? Well, not y'all, you know what I'm saying, my sweethearts, but how could he? Or how could any other motherfucker? Because it ain't just him. It's some other ones that's loose out this bitch too. We just can't get them. He was tracked to the Rogue River in Detroit the day after her disappearance, where police would later recover the clothes Harris was last seen wearing. Authorities said there was damage to the clothing that could indicate a struggle. This is sad. Butts has been charged with first degree premeditated murder, child sexually abusive material, and second degree criminal sexual conduct with a person under 13. This is something else. They got something for that son of a. Let's keep going, my sweethearts. Naziyah Harris got off a school bus at Cornwall Street and 3 Mile Drive, which is near the intersection of Warren Avenue and Outer Drive on Detroit's east side. She was never seen again. So she got off a school bus. The baby on a school bus. A school bus, my sweetheart. And you telling me you felt you are messing with a baby who is in elementary middle? Are you serious? That's a serial perv. This is sad, my sweethearts, because this could have been avoided. I mean, for real. Um, she went missing after leaving school that day. So, like I said, he must have been watching her, well, following her, because, like I said, that's the cousin's father. So, yeah, he can get to her. Jarvis Butts was scheduled to turn himself wait a minute. Jarvis Butts was scheduled to turn himself to authorities, my sweethearts, on a gun charge. However, that was pushed back to February. All right. So January 10th, 2024, Detroit Public Schools Community District launched an investigation after Annette Harris, Naziyah's grandmother and guardian, reported her disappearance. Dang. February 14, 2024. After officials with the Detroit Public Schools Community District hit a roadblock, they brought the case to the Detroit Police Department, leading to police canvassing the area and investigating the case on February 14th. February 15, 2024, Detective Jason Mize and his partner interviewed Jarvis Butts in connection to Naziyah's case. Butts claimed he was dealing with a legal issue on the day Naziyah went missing. He also told Mays and Johnson that Naziyah, who's related to one of his daughters, would occasionally come to his auto shop to work with his daughter. So yeah, she's in the family somewhere, and that's bad how he did her. March 6, 2024, police began searching a pond near the intersection of what's that? Grat Tiat. Yep, Grat Tiat, my sweetheart's Avenue, and Quinn Road in Clinton Township, relating to Naziyah disappearance. March 7th, 2024, a woman reports to police she found Naziyah's school ID. She says she stepped over it multiple times for over 2 weeks before deciding to pick it up. Once she picked up the ID that was face down, she recognized Naziyah's photo and called the police. Okay? March 12, 2024, 2 months after Naziyah's disappearance, her family told Local 4 they're holding onto hope of finding her at this point. There have been over a dozen searches for her. Authorities searched the area of 7 Mile and Berg near the river in relation to Naziyah's case. There, they found pink overalls, a black hoodie with headphones in the pocket, and a shoe, my sweetheart. Rest in peace, baby. August 15, 2024, Detroit police submit a warrant request relating to Naziyah's disappearance. September 26th, Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy announced Jarvis Butts was charged in connection to her disappearance. Authorities announced the case will be treated as a homicide, even though a body has not been found. It is sad of what he done to that child. So, September 2024, Jarvis Butts is arraigned and faces multiple charges in Naziyah's murder. November 1st, 2024, Jarvis Butts' preliminary examination begins. It It not only focused on Naziyah's case, but also two other victims, Butts allegedly sexual assaulted. It said a 13-year-old and a 20-year-old testified in two separate sexual abuse cases. Now, to bring it up to date, January 6th, my sweetheart, of 2025. Jarvis Butt's preliminary examination continues. Dozens of witnesses have testified so far. Are you serious? More are expected to testify on January 8th of 2025. It don't make no sense. He is just going on a spree, and even with the allegations, no one did anything until it was too late. Are you serious? I'm so sick of these young girls getting abused, get groomed, all that stuff. The sad thing is, it's always someone under you. Like I said, family, churches. That's why I'm not there. I'm not my sweetheart, and I'm not gonna play with them. This a trifling son of a bitch. And then the sad thing is, allegedly supposed to be having this girl pregnant. She supposed to have said he supposed to have claimed he knew she was pregnant. What? So now here we go. A Detroit man charged in a murder of missing 13-year-old Naziyah Harris appeared in court Friday morning. A not guilty plea was entered on behalf of Jarvis Butts. What? A 42-year, oh my goddamn God, a 42-year-old man. You sick? The stuff I want to, the stuff, my sweethearts, that's why I just cannot. They think I'm crazy. They think I lost it. And I sure the fuck did. I sure did lose it. I lost it. You telling me a 40-something-year-old man, where my fucking lights is at? Where he at? Oh God, I'd have done him. If any family members knew this was going on, oh, the cops, CPS, oh my God, y'all that, oh, y'all that way, or I'm the other way. Oh my goodness, some justice need to be in your own hand. I'm just, it is with, oh my goodness, my sweetheart, you telling me you pulled around for this girl and you are really related to the family and all? You are ashamed. This girl got cousins. There's a lot of girls in their family. He probably got away and touching all of them when they was kids. And you took this young girl life. Why? Because this baby was pregnant. This is sad. My heart goes out to everybody in this family, around this family who been touched, been, oh goodness, who even been around this fucking creep. Just being around the creep. I'm sorry. But Butts is accused of having an inappropriate relationship with my sweethearts. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. A not guilty plea was entered on behalf of Jarvis Butts. Huh. A 42-year-old man charged with first degree premeditated murder, second degree criminal sexual conduct, and child sexually abusive activity. Trifling bitch. They got something for you though, but they got something for you over there, Butts. And that's your name? Okay, just don't drop the soap. Butts is accused of having an inappropriate relationship, my sweethearts, with Naziyah, who was last seen getting off her school bus at the corner of Cornwall and 3 Mile Drive in Detroit on January 9th, 2024. That's, oh God. You should see me, my sweetheart. It just said Cornwall, I'm sorry, and 3 Mile Drive in Detroit on January 9th, 2024. Her body has never been found. You sick son of a. Like, what did you do to this baby? During Friday's court hearing, a calendar conference date was set for March 7th at 9 a.m. A calendar conference allows the legal team the opportunity to discuss trial logistics, including motion hearing and motion file. I don't give a fuck. Put them under the jail. Don't hear shit. Throw them under. and he also been charged with the sexual abuse of two other girls in separate cases. Uh, uh, uh. Wait a minute, my sweetheart. So the judge is Aliyah Sabri. She told him, "You're the monster in this whole picture." Yes, he is, Judge. Sabri told Butts in court last week. She, which is Naziyah, did deserve love from her parents and everyone who was in her life. She was ignored. I said that too. She was neglected. I said that too. And you took complete advantage of that. She wanted someone to love her, and she will never know what that feels like. I pray for the healing of all victims and the young girls and possibly boys who have come into contact with you. That's what I said, Judge. I said the same thing. I said where was her I said that. He knew she ain't had nobody. He just played with somebody's child the way the way he did, the way, oh my goodness, it met her at the school, and you knowing that's wrong, you fucking predator. Mm. The case has grabbed public attention, who offered to cover the cost of the funeral for Naziyah to provide her family closure. Naziyah's adult cousin Roxy confirmed to CBS News Detroit that several celebrities had reached out to her, including Skilla Baby. My goal was to make sure Naziyah Harris' story reached worldwide, and it will. It will, because if I had something to do that and I had to go on Jennifer and Marilla's going Doug walk that because it's not right. They out here every day watching, searching, looking on corners, acting like they right there part of the school. No, you not. You watching and looking at groomed children, but and then take them down and do this. Y'all looking for the ones who parents don't care, family don't care, the ones who don't got too much. Y'all looking for the ones who need the ones who's like less fortunate, so y'all can take advantage of them. You sick, psycho son of a you know what, but they got something for y'all. And not each one of these kids can not each one of these stories can be told. Why? Because some of these men do not get caught. It's sad. And reached it worldwide, because this isn't wait a minute, my sweethearts. She said her Naziyah, her story reached worldwide, and it reached worldwide because this isn't only happening in the city of Detroit. It sure ain't, my sweetheart, but it's happening everywhere. Roxy said. Now more women and more young girls are speaking up, and that was my ultimate goal, for not only Naziyah to get justice, but for every young girl and every young woman who has ever been sexually abused to get justice. Uh, my sweethearts. This lady said, it said Roxy is working to establish a foundation in Naziyah's name to support other young victims of sexual abuse, and that's what and I wish I could too, my sweethearts. I see these people is fortunate, my sweethearts. They get money, they can do this. The ones who scrounge and gotta we try to get it from the ground up. It's so hard for us to open up something like this, especially a bitch like me who's passionate. You think I don't want to do something like that? You think I don't have an organization where I can help these young girls, help these moms with these babies, with these, these children, just help something. It frustrates me. It get me crazy. It get me all out of my mind, out my rocket, because it do take money. It take money to be somebody. It do. And all I could do, my sweethearts, that's why I went to Kanika Jenkins. They say, all y'all doing talking, all you doing, you ain't out there. You can't, and you right. It's a lot of talking. You right. It's not a lot of going out there, because it is hard. It's hard to get out there when you not really fortunate with the bag. Her ultimate goal, not only for Naziyah, is to get justice, but for every young girl, every woman to get justice. And that's what I want to roll with. I want to be out here for that. She working on to establish a foundation to support. Yes, that's it's beautiful. And that's what you got to do to help get out there. Cause y'all imagine me, my sweethearts, just getting out there, going crazy. I mean, telling them all. I would be a spokesperson, letting them know what's up. Sometimes they need to reach them. Sometimes, it can't reach everybody. Sometimes they don't listen to their parents. Sometimes these girls don't listen to their family members. They look elsewhere for love, or they don't listen, or they see something, they won't say something. It just until it's too late, my sweetheart. This case was a little long because this man played with this young girl for a long time. And his baby sweetheart now is gone. He groomed her, played with her, did all that, assaulted her, act like he cared. The young girl was pregnant, and then after that, he have to what? Now I'm not saying he have to, but what's next? He don't want nobody. He don't want that out there. It's already was out there what he was doing, trying to hide that under. But they failed her young baby because I kept asking before I dug walk this shit. I said, where the fuck was the parents? How the fuck this man keep getting under this young girl? How can he keep being around? Where the hell? Why no adult put them hands on him already? I just kept asking, like, what's up? Then you father to two of her cousins or some shit like that. These people went out to authorities and nothing happened. You want to see fucking authority? I'm authority. I'm gonna be authority. That's why I say I'm not gonna play with you. You want to play these sick-minded games? I'll show you who authority is. We'll get authority after the real authorizer handle that shit. This is sad, and I'm trying to prevent stuff like this from happening. So you want to play with a child? I give a fuck. I know you're not. Let me catch you in the streets. I look at you. When I see these kids walking, I'm turning around looking at anybody to see if anybody looking. Because if you looking, I'm looking at you. Get tough. Feel froggy. At least it'll be an adult to adult going down and not an adult to an old fuck to a child. You sick at whores looking at these young ones because the old ones don't even want your ass on your level. So y'all want to go under your level. So you 42, you really 3 years old because you act like a little bitch. That's straight up. Doing a child like this. And that's why I'm so happy when y'all over that jail, they give none of y'all mercy. And I'm going to keep it that way. Especially going in with this kind of record. To children. Beautiful young girl. Beautiful looking young girl. Just so happened he found her alone and did whatever he done. My sweethearts, why you always think I say stay up, stay alert, keep your grass cut. That's just how I could put it, point blank, period. Grass cut mean when the shit is all the way low, you damn sure can see them snakes. Them snakes not getting all through there to eat nothing because you can see them. This is the most disgusted. I ain't heard nobody here. I mean, he just came around like it was Candyland. Like it was just, okay, I'm going to play with this young one. And I said it. I kept saying this family to be to get her, to be that close to her. This is definitely a wake up call, parents. We have to protect these baby sweethearts, our baby girls, baby boys also. Mm, mm, mm. Who my sweethearts? I'm sorry. Like I said, this is sorry. And then it say cousin said she saw a man accused of killing Naziyah Harris. Okay, wait a minute, my sweetheart. It's a 9-year-old cousin, a 9-year-old cousin of Naziyah Harris testified on Tuesday that she saw the man accused of killing the teen sexually assaulting her at his auto shop and that he also tried to have sex with her, but she said no. The girl whom the news is not naming because she is a minor testified during a preliminary exam in Detroit's 36th District Court that Jarvis Butts told her, 13-year-old Naziyah, and another cousin that he was going to take them to the store. But they ended up at the Detroit auto shop where Butts work. This is something else. And then he was trying to have sex with my cousin Naziyah, the girl said. Took her back to do her like that. She said Butts 42 was naked and Naziyah was sitting on his lap, her pants on the floor. The girl said Butts had sex with her other cousin on a second occasion and tried to have sex with her on a third occasion, but she said no and asked that he take her back home. As the girl testified, members of Naziyah's family in the courtroom began sniffling and crying, and a couple had to leave the room. The girl testified during the second day of the preliminary examination against Butts, who is accused of sexually assaulting and killing Naziyah in January of 2024. After the hearing, District Judge Elias Sabri will have to determine if there is probable cause for Butts to stand trial for the sexual assault and murder of Naziyah, who was last seen in January of 24 after getting off the school bus. He's charged with first degree murder, second degree, like I said, criminal sexual conduct, and one county of child sexually abusive material. And I don't give a fuck what else because he's a dirty son of a you know what, and he need to be 12 feet under the grave. Like I said, my sweethearts, I'm not saying that prosecutors believe Butts got Naziyah pregnant after sexually assaulting her and killed her. And that's what I'm saying too. I said that. I said that. And because it's crazy, the other girls that he did like that, they still alive. No, you took this baby down because, like I said, she got pregnant. This is crazy. And then the DNA analyst who found Butts and Naziyah DNA on a black hoodie and pink jumpsuit found in a wooded area. The records show Butts had been to yup, he been at the wooded area. He was there also, so they got it. They got stuff. Make no sense. Mm. So yeah, they tracked the phones and all my sweethearts. Uh and they seen like him going back and forth to his auto shop. They seen that his phone was in the area of Marlinburg Road and all that. Where the little girl found the ID at, the phone go back to all them spots he was in and all that, my sweethearts. Let me see before we get this is said. My sweethearts, it's some sick son of a bitches out here in this world. That's what I really have to say. Ending this case. And let me tell y'all a real fast story, real fast, my sweethearts. As I was walking, a guy also was like, "Give me cash." I said, "No." I said, "Don't ask me shit." You know he gonna say some how you know what I want to ask? That's the fucking point. I don't want to know what you have to ask. I don't even want to hear you ask. Don't ask, don't look, don't breathe, don't even yeah. That way. So you understand how I'm feeling already about these baby cases, about the cases I run already. Do you understand how it gets me? It gets me already in an uproar, feeling like this because of the creepy shit that's going on out here. And it don't make no sense. It don't. It don't make no sense. It's out of hand. Um, it's just outrageous. And I don't have no this world is just evil. It's evil. And I know one thing, like I said, ask a question, you'll be asking yourself because I don't play with none of them. I don't play with none of you. And that's why I'm not playing about these babies, my sweethearts. Please chime in, my sweethearts. My everybody. For not just Detroit, Michigan. Like I said, it's going everywhere. All my sweethearts, please hit your lights up. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified for your girl Jennifer. I'm the realest, my sweethearts. And another thing, it's not enough to be said. It's not. But till next time, my sweethearts, I love you. Stay vigilant, stay alert, and I'm out.